promised to start at 9 and it's 9 a.m. So we're starting. It is exciting to have a room filled with different stakeholders in Ghana's SME ecosystem. And this morning, before we kick off the official program, we want to just have a sense of who is in the room. So we're going to go around and have interactions. We want to just hear your name, whether you are an ESO, whether you are an SME, or you have the people with the big pocket, the cash. So we want to take a quick round of introductions. Tell us your name, what you do, and what your expectations are for today. Just a brief one.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Joy. I am from Footprints Africa. And at Footprints, we support SMEs, and our mission is to prove that businesses can be a force for good. So nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too. Gradually, we're building the web. So we have the guys with the big pockets. We have the SMEs looking for the big pockets. We have the ESOs who are supporting the SMEs to look for the big pockets. Let's see how we are building the web from there.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
My name is Emmanuel Fuhad Mahamouda. I'm also with Footprints Africa Ghana.
Okay.
Joy has said everything about us, essentially.
Okay, great to meet you too, sir.
Hi, everyone. I'm Williams Larry, a co-founder of Renmo Homes, a startup that provides the opportunity for people to rent and pay on a monthly basis. So we provide flexible payment options. We are a startup, so we are looking for the first guys.
Great. You've taken notice of them, right? Good.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm called Samuel Azuri. I'm a programs manager for Green Dialogue Africa. We are into research and development just to understand what is moving right in terms of sustainability when it comes to ESOs and then SMEs. Thank you.
Great, thank you too. Shall we move to the next table? Yes.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Charlie Bruce Jr. I'm the small one founder of Gostridge Limited.
Okay.
Digital marketing firm. We're into trainings and then consultancy. And Frank Advice, which is a customer experience platform. And our target is the SMEs. And then, the big shot as well, so that what we are trying to promote is customer service and customer experience. Now we are moving from the customer service to experience, whereby businesses can leverage on that to grow their businesses and grow their market as well.
Okay, great, thank you. So we have somebody targeting the SMEs, while the SMEs are targeting the people with the big pockets. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Cynthia Odro. I'm from the University of Environment and Sustainable Development, SOMEA. We are part of Think Ghana. We are starting an incubation hub, so I see this as an opportunity to make the necessary contacts and also learn from the experienced ones. Thank you.
Thank you too. We have an ESO coming up there.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Robert Donko, the Managing Director for Fruit Veg Farms Limited Company. We are into production, aggregation, and value addition of agricultural products. So we're currently doing dried fruits, dried mangoes, and pineapples. My expectation is to get to grips with key insights on funding access. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Hi, my name is Judith Okanse. I'm from She Thrives Africa, and we do startup and SME business development. That sums it up.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Naomi Koto from Reach for Change, and we build the capacity of local social entrepreneurs who are working to improve the lives of women and youth. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. My name is Thomas Kwame. I work with Zebu Investment Partners, which is a Pan-African equity fund management company. Over the life of 2 funds or so, it's been a challenge getting a deal here in Ghana. So I'm here to find out what are the constraints that local enterprises may have in putting themselves in a position to be able to attract some of these larger scale funds. Thank you.
Thank you too. Okay, so I think, great.
Hi, and good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
I'm Alexander Apialuta from AG Creative Limited. At AG Creative Limited, we are manufacturers of local-made products and a training provider for the youth. We are currently seeking for partnership and investors to come on board to partner so that we can produce quality and affordable product for our Ghanaians household and the world entirely. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Marina Nafi from Bolingo Consult. We provide translation interpretation services, and I'm here as a vendor for the event. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Martin Say. I'm the CEO of Green Space Farms. We are into cashew and shea nuts. We buy and sell shea nuts in the Savannah region, and we are currently setting up a new place at Kofi Kwe around in Sawam.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joshua Norman from Good Life Fungi and Farms. And we are basically into, our flagship product is mushroom. And we intend adding other products. So I'm actually here to see if I can get access to funds. Yeah.
Great. Just a few more to go.
Hi everyone, my name is Maxwell Doss and I work with Fidelity Bank, Sustainable Finance Programs Manager.
Okay.
All right. Hi everyone, I'm Abubakar Mohammed from Center for Enterprise Learning, Ghana.
My name is Ajoa Nyakon Akosan. I'm from Management for Development Foundation. We are a consultancy firm.
Great. Do we have any more to
Good
go?
morning. My name is Enoch Derry Pufa from Challenging Heights. We are a non-governmental organization. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Nana Ofoyiwa Adote. I am the face behind the brand Singir. As a personal care and beauty brand, we specialize in the use of eco-friendly raw materials to produce cosmetics that are suitable for every member of the family. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Dorinda Tuahine from Best Siblings Limited. We are into the production of spices and oil. We are looking for partnership so that we can expand our products. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Josiah, and just a pleasure to be here and looking for more information and getting to know people. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Hello, my name is David. I work with NIP. It's great to be here, and I'm looking forward to fruitful conversations and networking. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Christian Jahn from GSZ. We had, on several occasions, various contact with the ESO collaborative, and glad to be here now to see how we can put all the different strings together. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we're done. Anybody who has not introduced themselves for the benefit of others here? Okay, so we take the last one.
Good morning. My name is Mansa Aisiotre. I work with IMAS Consultants. We are a consultancy firm that manages, we work with in enterprise development, supporting SMEs to strategize for growth. And we're a dual consultancy, so we also have an events management arm to the consultancy where we help organizations use events as a tool to develop or plan their event, help them plan their events. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Now that we know all the people in this room, at least what we do, it is time to kick off today's session. This morning, you're welcome to the third in the series of a forum that brings together the various ecosystems who are geared towards building a thriving and a sustainable ecosystem for Ghana's economy. Over the past 3 years, such gatherings have happened, and a number of initiatives have come out of this program. This year is not going to be any different. Rather, it is going to be better. As we shape our ideas, we shape our thoughts, and have action points that we can take away from here, I'll get towards ensuring that Ghana's ecosystem of SMEs, ESOs, funders, and all who matter to ensure that businesses thrive remains one that will be the envy of all of not just Africa, but for the world some time to come. This is one of the pivotal reasons why over the last 3 years, the ESO Collaborative has put together the ESO Forum. And this year happens to be the 2024 edition, and we are excited that each of us is here. The most important reason for me is drawn from a particular saying here in Ghana, which says that, or probably across Africa, which says that it takes a village to raise a child. Indeed, it takes a whole community of an ecosystem to ensure that SMEs thrive. So this morning, whether you are an SME, you are an ESO, you are the guys with the big pockets, you're welcome to this session. And we hope that together we'll walk away from this forum knowing that we have taken some decisive actions that would ensure that our ecosystem thrives. My name is King David, and I have the honor of being the MC for today. And I hope that we're going to have an exciting time. Do we agree? Oh, do we agree? So a round of applause for ourselves for being here this morning. And thank you very much for the wonderful round of introductions. At this moment, we would want to take a welcome address, in fact, a few welcome addresses from a number of people who we have here. First, we would want to receive an address from the Director of Administration from the Ghana Hubs Network, Dr. Wanida Lewis. A round of applause for her as she comes. Oh, can we still do it for her? She's not here yet.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. We'll try that again. Good morning, everyone. Don't know if you all can see me. This podium is a little bit taller than I thought it would be. All right, good morning, everyone. Again, thank you, King David, for the introduction. I'm Dr. Wanida Lewis. I serve as the Director of Administration for the Ghana Hubs Network, and just wanted to give a quick keynote address, or a quick, I should say, welcome. On behalf of the Ghana Hubs Network, I extend a warm welcome to all of you. It is an honor to be a co-host for this year's ESO Forum, a platform designed to address the unique challenges faced by ESOs and SMEs. As an organization that advocates for policy actions in support of a stronger entrepreneurial ecosystem, we continue to collaborate and work with key stakeholders, including everyone here, to provide this ecosystem the necessary resources to thrive. The theme, of course, for this year's forum, which is shared challenges, shared solutions, value creation for a resilient and inclusive ecosystem, is particularly relevant as we navigate the complexities of today's business landscape. By bringing together key stakeholders, we aim to foster collaboration, knowledge sharing, and the development of innovative solutions, especially in the areas of digital innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship. Together, we can create a more resilient and inclusive ecosystem across Ghana that empowers entrepreneurs and drives sustainable growth. So today, I look forward to not only a productive forum, but one that is also insightful for all of you. Let's continue to work together to build a stronger future for our businesses, our founders, and our communities. Thank you.
Indeed, let's continue to work together to build an inclusive as well as sustainable ecosystem for our funders, the businesses, and the whole ecosystem. Thank you very much, Wanida, Doctor. Next, we want to take another welcome address from the network manager, the Science and Innovation Network Manager at FCDO, Johnson Singir. A round of applause for him, please. Oh, can we do a better one? We need more energy in the room. Great.
Good morning, everyone. The CEO of Impact Investing Ghana, Amma Lartey, the CEO of NEIP, representatives from the government of Ghana, representatives from GIZ, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so pleased to be here today with you for the Ghana Enterprise Support Organizations Forum on the theme Shared Challenges, Shared Solutions, Value Creation for a Resilient and Inclusive Ecosystem. Let me first of all congratulate Impact Investing Ghana and the ESO Collaborative for working tirelessly to organize this forum and for your efforts and commitment to change and fostering a vibrant entrepreneurial ecosystem in Ghana. Your dedication to nurturing innovation and supporting enterprises is truly commendable and crucial for the sustainable economic growth of Ghana. The entrepreneurship is the backbone of any economy. It drives innovation and creativity, creates jobs, and contributes significantly to the GDP. In Ghana, the entrepreneurial spirit is impressive, with many startups in financial sector, agriculture, healthcare, education, and many others, as we heard in the round of introduction. However, the journey of an entrepreneur is often characterized by a myriad of hurdles, including access to finance, market linkages, and the requisite capacity to drive the business. I'm pleased to hear that the ESO Collaborative was established to address these issues, and one of them, which focuses on sustainable financing mechanism for ESO program, and also providing the necessary support, mentorship. You empower entrepreneurs to transform their ideas into viable and sustainable businesses. Let me state that the impact of the work that the collaborative is doing extends beyond individual successes. It contributes to the broader economic development and social progress of Ghana and the globe at large. The UK is proud to support initiatives that drive impact investing and enterprise development. Through the Research and Innovation System for Africa, RISA, we are collaborating with partners like IIGH and the government to create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive, and I'm happy to hear that the collaborative is also supported by RISA. With the new Sankori Accountable Grants, which the call for proposal ended just on Monday, there are tremendous opportunities for deeper collaboration, and by leveraging our collective strengths, we can build a robust science, technology, and innovation ecosystem that does not support entrepreneurs, but also addresses critical issues such as poverty reduction, gender equality, and climate change. We believe in the power of entrepreneurship to drive inclusive growth and create a prosperous future for everyone. Before I take my seat, I want to call on every one of us here to share in the challenges. Let's also share in the solutions and the opportunities for us to be able to drive a resilient and inclusive ecosystem through value creation. Thank you, everyone, for your time, and I wish you a fruitful discussion and event today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Johnson. The last but not the least, we have the CEO of Impact Investing Ghana here, Amma Lartey. A round of applause for her, please.
Thank you, King David, and thank you, Wanida and Johnson, for those remarks. It is always such a pleasure to gather again with all the enterprise support organizations across the country for the Ghana ESO Forum. It's been a real honor at Impact Investing Ghana to host the Secretariat and to be part of this movement to get us to collaborate to make the pie even bigger for businesses and for transformation. This year's theme, Shared Challenges, Shared Solutions, makes me think about one thing, which is systems change. Systems change happens when we can all have change that we can see and touch. When the man on the street, the entrepreneur that is just started a business and is looking for financing can point to resources that they are getting access to through the Ghana Hub Network, through the Association of Ghana Startups, through various incubators and hubs, and they're actually saying, I'm getting support. It's hard, but I'm getting support. That is what systems changes. It's when the evidence on the ground for the ordinary person sort of resonates with the beautiful aspirations that we have. One of the things that I've been reflecting on at these forums is the importance of having open, frank, and honest conversations that can lead us to take actions that will actually bring change that the business on the streets can see and feel. And I recall a story from when I was much younger. When I was going to university, I had my group of girls, and I was the mover and shaker, the one who made things happen. And we had planned in high school, we were in different high schools, to try and get into the same room in Volta Hall. And I made it happen through a number of, going to talk to the hall tutor, you need to know the right people in the office, go and be nice, join committees, and volunteer for things, and in the end, you get assigned the girls of your choice. And I was looking forward to a great year. So I was shocked when, in the middle of the semester, my roommates, who I've been friends with for some of them since nursery school, summoned me for a meeting and had an open, frank, and honest conversation. Apparently, I was too loud, and my friends were also loud. And there was a long list of complaints they had, and it was a shock. It was the first time in my life that I had a conversation like that, because we hadn't lived together. We had done fun things together, but we had never lived together. But it was good. It was the starting point for me being able to embrace feedback as a gift, because it was very hard for them to have that conversation. And I think that it was important that they did, because they were the people who loved me most beyond my parents. And that feedback and that whole understanding that people who love you may have hard things to tell that they struggle with has kept me in a learning journey through life. And I'd like to encourage us to make this forum a space like that, a safe place where we can have open, frank, and honest conversations, where we don't skirt around the main issues, but put them in the middle of the table so we can deal with them. So at the end of the day, we can actually have those resilient businesses that we all aspire. As a collaborative, we've worked on a number of projects, and we'll be reviewing some of those. We've been working on a shared common language. We've worked on a quality improvement program. We're working on the design of a funding mechanisms for enterprise support organizations. Some of you have been involved in those conversations. This is a time for the open, frank, and honest conversation. What's working? What isn't working? What needs to be done? So that at the end of the day, when we meet again in 2025, we'll be closer to that space where the startups and the small businesses are saying, I have the support I need. It's hard, but I have the support I need. I have someone I can call and talk to. I have people opening doors for me. There's a bit of funding. It's competitive, but at least I can see that there's funding there. And the narrative begins to change because there's progress that we can all see and feel and touch. Welcome. Have a great conversation.
Thank you very much, Amma. And all through these addresses today, there is one thing that runs through, and it couldn't have been said any better. Shared challenges, shared opportunities for growth. And Amma made a profound statement when she said that it is time for us to have open, frank, and honest conversations that can bring about tangible change and action. And that is what today is about. Today is going to be about tangible change, which can be brought about by our open, honest, and frank conversations. And assembled in this room are just the right people, like we mentioned at the very beginning, the ESOs, the funders, the SMEs, and all who matter when it comes to building a thriving ecosystem for our dear nation, Ghana. So thank you very much for the opening addresses. And before we go on, we just want to acknowledge our ESO collaborative members. So in here, we have InnoHub, we have Social Enterprise Ghana, MBC Africa, Reach for Change, the Center for Entrepreneurship and Evaluation Development, Scale Up Africa, Mrepa Capital, Ghana Hubs Network, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, the NEIP, Edinkra Spark Hub, Association of Ghana Startups, Crescendo Foods, Kumasi Hive, iValley Ghana, Challenges Ghana, Coalition for Positive Impact, Developers Academy, Footprints Africa, ThinkUp Securities, MEST Africa, the International Trade Center, that's ITC, and the Cosmos Innovation Center. We also have our strategic partners being FMO Ventures and the RISA Fund. We say thank you very much for being a part and a major partner in this program. Next, we want to receive some keynote addresses. But just before we receive that, I think we always talk about being a part of an ecosystem. And I'm told of a story, a short story of an SME or a startup who found himself lost in the ecosystem because there were too many branches, too many fragmented parts. But don't worry, today we are here to navigate it together. And of course, we have people like Josiah from the Ghana Hubs Network and other people who can help you to find yourself if you are lost. Before we go ahead, just raise your hand if you are lost in the ecosystem as an SME. Don't worry, you're in the right place. You'll be found today. Just have conversations with the right people. And just in case you still find yourself lost after today, you might have to report yourself to the police station. We'll help you to find your way back home. But that is just by the way. Up next, like I mentioned, we want to take some keynote addresses. First, we want to take one from the Acting Director for MSMEs at the Ghana Enterprise Agency, Mr. Isaac. Okay, so we will take that one next. But first, we have the Director of Innovation at the NEIP, David Ofori. A round of applause for him as he comes to give his keynote address. Please do a better one, for we can't have such programs without the involvement of NEIP.
Good morning. Good morning. Are we still half asleep? Oh, come on, wake up. It's a great day to be alive, and it's good to be here. My name is David Ofori, a friend and a very active partner in the ecosystem, and it's a place to be. ESO, and I probably want to stand on the all existing protocols and just talk to us. Today we're having a family discussion, so enough of the formalities. They say we should be very frank and open and honest. So I work with government, but I'm for private sector. Yes. Anybody who knows me knows that. I work with government, but I'm for private sector. So my government job is that I'm the Director of Innovation at the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program. But my private sector is that I'm part of the ESO and a very active player there. ESOs, I call the ESOs the button to the shirt. You know, when you have a shirt, the buttons or the zip, it holds it together. So the ESOs, they hold the ecosystem together. And Ghana's ecosystem over the last decade has come far. We have measurable, quantifiable, accessible data, and we have multiple points of failure. That's what an ecosystem represents. You don't have an ecosystem until the points of failure is multiple. If government shuts down today, our ecosystem will still thrive. If private sector shuts down, our ecosystem will still thrive. If development partners pack up tomorrow, we will still survive as an ecosystem. And that means that we've come of age as an ecosystem. Businesses will still run, albeit struggling, even if they don't get the support. And that talks about resilience. So we've come far, and as a government institution, we're there to support. We call ourselves the mother of all ESOs because we support every other ESO in the ecosystem, every other hub, every other agency that matters in the ecosystem. But we can't do it by ourselves. We are not there to compete, we're there to collaborate. And so the likes of Impact Investment Ghana, they play a key role in the private sector, where when government's hand is short, they pick up the rest from there. Entrepreneurs and startups alike suffer something that is not peculiar to us, because when you're starting your journey, it's high risk. So typically, mainstream funders like banks and financial institutions will not want to look at your proposition. Rightly so, because they are not charities, they are businesses, and they have to get value. But you are also at a stage where you cannot really show value. The value is so much in your dream. And it's your dream, it's not their dream. So my organization, part of the things we do is to come in and help do what we call de-risking. So reducing the risk that you carry. Even your own family members sometimes will not put a risk, will not put a chance on you, because you tell them to sell a family land and support your business, and they say, are you joking? Especially when you are a tech-based entrepreneur or startup, because it's not tangible. We are culturally used to the tangible kind of businesses. You can hold it. This is the storeroom, or this is the office, or that. But if you tell them that I spent $2,000 on a domain name or some website certificate and all of that, nobody's going to hear that. But how do we make sure that that business that is intangible has a potential to provide revenue or provide value beyond the GDP of Ghana? Yesterday we were looking at some statistics, and you look at a country like Estonia with a population of 1.3 million, and their GDP is 40.4 billion. To put it in context, their population is just like Eastern region, and their GDP is more than half of Ghana's GDP. We are 30 million people. A country like Denmark, it's 5.8 million people. It's just Greater Accra. But they have a GDP over 404 billion. Put that into context, they have so many X times Ghana. But that is the power of entrepreneurship, and that's the power of the value that startups bring to an economy, especially even as we pursue our own digital transformation in Ghana. And who is to make that really possible? It's ESOs. The strength of your startups, the strength of your entrepreneurs is dependent on the strength of your ESOs. It is not magic. If your ESO is weak, it will show up in the quality of startups that you come up with, because the ESOs perform a very critical function in terms of capacity building. They build capacity through leadership, mentorship, guidance, training programs. They're able to bring science and data to the fore. The ESOs, they provide a critical funding that governments may not necessarily provide, because government is battled with all manner of things, and I don't want to bore you in those things. But the ESOs come in with the deals, the deal rooms, give you the opportunity to meet investors, and as it were, making you investor ready, so that someone will say that I can put this amount of money on your business and let's see how we go. So ESOs are very, very crucial, very, very critical. They provide safe spaces. They provide the structures that we need, and the structures you're talking about, standardization and specialization. It's very, very crucial. We cannot be doing everything and we cannot be everything to everybody. There has to be a point where if you are into agri-tech, this is your focus, you stick with that. And the hub network is here, and so they know what I'm talking about when it comes to standardization and specialization. But for today's purposes, my call to us is that as ESOs and as players in the space, we are the buttons that holds the shirt together. And that responsibility is very, very crucial. We cannot let it fall. Otherwise, there is no ecosystem. Government will play its parts, academia will do its bit, industry will play their part, but all of us put together will make Ghana the country we all dream of. And even as we go forward into the future, we say that when the US sneezes, the world catches a cough, or catches a cold. So let's look out for that. Development partners play a role in this. So let's just open our minds up and be ready to have very frank, honest conversations devoid of passion, devoid of emotions, and let's see the growth that we want to see as a country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David. Indeed, let's have honest, frank conversations that are devoid of emotions that can help to move our country forward. And one thing that you said that struck me a lot was about the fact that government can melt down or shut down, but our ecosystem can thrive. Every other thing could go down, but our efforts should ensure that our ecosystem thrives. And that's basically because of the contributions that we know that our SMEs contribute, or startups or small businesses contribute to the development of nations, not just Ghana, but the global economy. And in looking at a few things for this particular forum, as the name says, an ESO forum, and I came across two things. And it shows that, data shows that ESOs in Ghana have supported about over 30,000 entrepreneurs. And I thought that data was quite measured, because if you take the market leaders such as iSpace, InnoHubs, and all the ones that you can find, and even NEIP alone, the mother of all ESOs, the numbers are in the hundreds of thousands. So I thought it was a bit measured. But what really struck me was the fact that, there's something called the value of the shadow of death for businesses, where in the first 3 years to 5 years, it's very likely that they will fail. But because of the intervention of ESOs, it is reported that 30% of businesses have improved their survival rates just by the interventions of ESOs. And that is the reason why forums like this are so crucial and need all of our participation to ensure that we have the best of actions that we can move on from here. So thank you very much for David and for all the other opening statements. At this moment, we would want to celebrate the successes of the ESOs that have helped to pilot the SCALE program. We have the iSpace Foundation, WAN-Hive Ghana, iValley, the Fabulous Women Network, Dancing Innovation Social Organization, the Noni Hub, Foundation Developers Academy, Takwa Entrepreneurship Development Hub, Women's Haven Africa, Center for Entrepreneurship and Evaluation Development, the Sun City Hub, and the Agrico Hub. Last year, we have 12 ESOs, which we've mentioned, piloting the Scale Quality Improvement Program. And at this point, we would want to take a quick video to celebrate the success stories that we have. So if we're ready, can we go ahead and see the video?
Hello, my name is Janat Isifu, founder and CEO of WAN-Hive Ghana. WAN-Hive Ghana is an enterprise support organization in the Bono region that is focused on championing the active inclusion and participation of women in entrepreneurship, agriculture, and technology development. Over the years, the organization has been intentional about strengthening the capacities of women to be able to create solutions to the numerous challenges that we face in our various communities. And so one of the programs that we champion every year is the Obasima Business Challenge. That is the incubation program of the hub to support females who have the ideas, who have solutions that they want to create and that they need support to create. And so the incubation program builds their capacity, get them prepared, and also supports them with funding and equipment opportunities to be able to start their businesses. And this is followed up with the Women in Business Accelerator program. It's the acceleration program of the hub that takes place every year to support women to, this time around, scale their enterprises, that is connecting them to investment opportunities, creating traction, and also accessing bigger markets. And so to this background, I want to appreciate the Enterprise Support Organization very much, because the Scale project has been one of the instrumental projects that have contributed immensely for us. So especially with the Obasima Business Challenge, we piloted the Scale program with the cohort 4, and it was so amazing. We saw the changes, the transformation in the project, because every year the challenge was run for free, and we realized that the commitment of the women were a little bit shaky. But with the support of the Scale project, guidance and training from our consultants, we were able to understand how to charge for the programs that we offer. We did a broader stakeholders engagement to understand what our beneficiaries expect from us. And when we talk about charging for program, how do they take it? Are they willing to do it? Or will that strengthen their commitment level? We try it with the Obasima Business Challenge, and we realized that it worked. And the people that paid to join the program were extremely committed and dedicated, because now they feel like they have made a payment, they've made a commitment, and so they need to follow it through. And so it was very good for the program as well. As part of the Scale project, we were taking through how to also measure the impact, because every now and then we are doing things that are creating impact, that are changing lives, that are creating opportunities for people and improving their livelihood, but we do not really have documented data about these impacts we are creating, and we don't even know how to measure them. But the training helped us to actually get templates and tools that we can use to measure our impact at the hub. And these impact stories being shared can also create opportunities for support from outside. And so we are very grateful for that. We did a broader stakeholder engagement, as I mentioned earlier, and it also helped us to understand more the expectations of beneficiaries from us, and also to get more connected with the stakeholders that we have in the Bono region ecosystem. On this note, I want to appreciate the Enterprise Support Organization, the consultants, and everyone who contributed to supporting WAN-Hive Ghana. It's not only the organization, but the team members have also been empowered in terms of their capacity. There were a series of trainings that were conducted, and they also benefited from that. And all of this is contributing to the quality of the work that we deliver here and the quality of the projects that we design. And one of the exciting things about the Scale project was its intentionality of empowering us to design our own internal programs, because the sustainability of a hub does not depend on our expectations of getting funds always from outside. Internally, how are we also able to create quality programs that people will be willing to patronize and generate income for us? So generally, I think the program has been great, and we believe that going forward, the ESO is one of the organizations that will create very sustainable impact for us as enterprise support organization, because the work that they are doing I will consider grassroots work, because they come down to us, understand our beneficiaries, what we are doing, and based on that they are able to design support programs and capacity building trainings for us. And so for WAN-Hive Ghana, you have our full support. We are going to continue to support the ESO and also do everything within our power to make your work and engagement very easy. Thank you very much. Bye.
Jidudu Gakpeto is my name, the Programs Manager at Developers Academy. Since inception in 2019, our key focus as an ecosystem hub is to identify, nurture, and develop business owners, business leaders, and builders in the Oti, Volta, and northern part of Ghana. As such, we've launched Entrepreneurs in Training and Incubation Program that develop startups and SMEs from ideation to developing traction, mentorship, and as well as pitching to investors for funding opportunities. We've not been able to work with a standardized curriculum and also an M&E tool to keep track of our growth and impact. Hence, the 360 diagnosis tool has been so helpful in identifying our loopholes or questioning some activities of ours and helping us to work hard in meeting best practices. Since the launch of this program, we have people or participants who have gone through this program, not forgetting marginalized women and people with disabilities. The beneficiaries of this program have been doing quite so well for some time now, where we have people using waste materials, coming up with new materials or new goods from those waste materials, which is building traction to the region and the ecosystem as well. We also help marginalized women and people with disability with yam sets, which help them in their farming seasons, where after a season we get a share from that yam seeds or yam sets they got from us. This collaboration with Impact Investing Ghana has been so refreshing and impactful to the ecosystem and the hub as a whole. We are so grateful for this collaboration, and we are looking out for greater and better opportunities in the future. Thank you, Impact Investing Ghana. Thank you, our partners. Thank you for this opportunity.
Applause for this kind of impact we're seeing. Oh, can we do a better one? Indeed, actions from forums like this get results, and these are the kind of stories that we hope to be able to generate even more beyond this program. One of the key points from today's session, after our frank, honest, and open conversations, is to have concrete action steps. And it's good to know that from previous forums, a number of things have been achieved, some of which have been exemplified in the video we just watched, talking about the 360-degree diagnostic tool and all the tools that have been made available to ensure that our SMEs, our businesses survive. Some of them, as we would get to know today, if you've not used it before, the ESO platform, the Scale Quality Improvement Program, the ESO pool, the shared common language, which has been introduced and also achieving amazing results, ensuring that in the ecosystem, if a funder uses a particular term, the SME is also thinking about it as the same meaning as it has. It's not as though the SME sees it as a 6 and the funder or the development partner sees it as a 9. We all want to see a 9 when it's a 9. And that is some of the amazing results that have come out of forums like this. And with our theme in mind, shared problems or challenges and shared solutions, the stage is definitely set for us to have an exciting panel discussion this morning. And this panel is going to help us to identify some core challenges that plagues the ecosystem, highlights the opportunities that exist for us to collaborate and ensure that we have some concrete action steps, carve out some collaborative strategies that we can follow and ensure that we achieve some great results, and also what actionable recommendations can be given. But ahead of that panel discussion, we want to take our last keynote address from the Acting Director of SMEs at the Ghana Enterprise Agency, Mr. Isaac Nimako. Please, a round of applause for him as he comes up stage. Oh, can we do a better one? Our ecosystem is a vibrant one, and it should show through our applause, the energy. So please, let's do a last round of applause for him as he comes up stage.
Thank you very much, MC. My name is Isaac Nimako, as already mentioned, representing my CEO, Madam Kosi Yankiaye, who have wished to be here, but unfortunately has been engaged in a very important assignment here in Accra. So all protocols observed. Esteemed guests, colleagues, leaders in the field of enterprise development, it is an honor to address you today on a line or on a team that is both timely and critical for our collective success. Share challenges, share solutions, value creation for a resilient and inclusive enterprise ecosystem. Now, in the context of supporting and growing small and medium-sized enterprise, that is the SMEs, an ecosystem represents much more than individual organizations and programs. It is, in fact, a network of interconnected stakeholders, resources, and systems that work together to sustain and uplift small businesses. Each element within this ecosystem plays a unique role in fostering resilience, growth, and innovation among SMEs. In Ghana, small and medium enterprises, that's MSMEs, are classified by Ghana Enterprises Agency based on the number of employees and annual turnover. So here we have maybe classifying the micro enterprise as those who are employing between 1 up to 5 and the annual turnover of 150,000. Those in the small, we classify them as those employing between 6 and 30 employees and having over 150,000 up to 6 million turnover. Medium enterprises per Ghana Enterprise Agency classification employ between 31 up to 100 employees and having over 6 million to 18 million Ghana cedis as sales turnover. According to the Ghana Statistical Service 2020, MSMEs account for approximately 90% of businesses in Ghana. The sector contributes significantly to the Ghana GDP, employing about 80% of the workforce. Now, MSMEs are predominantly found in the informal sector, with many operating in industries such as agriculture, as trade, manufacturing, services, and others. Now, we have a number of challenges lined up with respect to this particular sector. Access to finance, limited access to credit and high interest rates, regulatory enforcement, we have a compressed regulatory framework and bureaucratic processes. Infrastructure inadequacy, also especially with respect to transportation, electricity, and that of water. Skills and training, limited access to skills development and training programs. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to break down the key components of that form, that is the ecosystem. So the key component of this ecosystem, at the head of the ecosystem are the enterprises and then MSMEs, or the SMEs themselves. So these businesses, in their diversity, innovation, and job creation, drive the economy. However, their growth and sustainability often rely heavily on support from other elements within the ecosystem. One of the primary supports comes from the stakeholders providing business support, a range of organizations and entities that help SMEs overcome challenges, scale up, and achieve long-term sustainability. And these stakeholders include the financial institution, like our banks, our microfinance organization, venture capital firms, which provide the funding and credit SMEs needs to expand operations, innovate, and weather economic fluctuations. Government institutions and policymakers who also set regulatory and policy frameworks that influence SMEs' operations. Their roles in offering grants, tax incentives, and favorable business environment are crucial for helping SMEs thrive. Enterprise support organizations, ESOs, which provides incubation support services, acceleration support, and business advisory services. These organizations offer mentorship, networking opportunities, and resources that SMEs rely on to overcome barriers and grow. Non-governmental organizations as NGOs and foundations that support SMEs through training, capacity building programs, and advisory for favorable policies. Their contribution often address areas that may be undeserved by the private sector or the government. Educational institutions are also not left out through their research and development resources that many SMEs cannot afford on their own. Ladies and gentlemen, another essential component is the collaborative partnerships and alliances. And this includes formal and informal networks among SMEs, large enterprises, government agencies, and support organizations. By working together, we create opportunities for knowledge sharing, resource pooling, and collective problem solving, which are critical for addressing shared challenges. Finally, we must consider market dynamics and external factors, such as economic trends, technological advancement, and shifting consumer behaviors. These elements continuously shape the ecosystem, requiring SMEs and the organizations that support them to adapt and evolve. Now let me touch on the challenges faced by support organizations, which is worthy of sharing. So while the ecosystem holds incredible potential, the organization tasked with supporting SMEs face significant challenges that can hinder the ability to deliver effective assistance. And these web-sharing challenges include limited resources. Many organizations struggle with constraints and funding and staffing, which affect their ability to run impactful programs that SMEs truly need. Fragmented support system. The lack of coordinated efforts among support organizations often leads to service duplication and coverage gaps, which limit their overall effectiveness of the ecosystem. Inadequate understanding of SME needs without the clear grasp of the SME's unique challenges, support programs can become misaligned with rare business needs, reducing their effectiveness. Bureaucratic hurdles, compressed regulatory processes can slow down the delivery of support and discourage both SMEs and support organizations from fully engaging. Rapid market changes, shifts in technology and consumer expectation normally render existing support models outdated, putting organizations in the constant struggle to stay and become more relevant. Now, what is the solutions that needs to be shared? Enhanced collaboration. By fostering partnership between support organizations, we can pool resources and leverage collective strengths to better serve SMEs. Focus training and development. Investing in training programs for support organization staff can improve their understanding of the MSME challenges, enabling them to provide more tailored support for SMEs in Ghana. Process simplification. Streamlining bureaucratic processes can reduce delays, allowing organizations to respond quickly to SMEs' needs and cutting down on red tape. Data-driven approaches leveraging on data analytics helps organizations or help us to understand market trends and the specific needs of SMEs, ensuring that resources are allocated effectively. Now, what are strategies for us to do this? Let's diversify equity and inclusion initiatives, accessible technologies and digital literacy, community engagement and social impact, inclusive hiring practices and workforce development, cultural sensitivity and awareness. We are recommending that there's a need for us to establish industry-wide standards and best practices, develop collaborative funding models, create mentorship programs for underrepresented groups, foster inclusive, innovative, and entrepreneurship, advocate for policy reforms, supporting enterprise growth. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, a truly resilient and inclusive enterprise ecosystem depends on our ability to recognize and address the challenges that hinder organizations dedicated to SME support. It requires a collaboration, aligned goals, and commitment to shared solutions. When we work together to strengthen this ecosystem, we enable small businesses to flourish, creating a triple or ripple effect of economic resilience and inclusivity. Let us work together to create a resilient and inclusive enterprise promoters ecosystem where value is created for all. Collaborate, innovate, and thrive. Let us join hands to build an enterprise ecosystem where every stakeholder contributes, every small business thrives, and every challenge is met with a shared solution. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nimako, the Acting Director, MSMEs at Ghana Enterprise Agency. And in your speech, you made some very poignant points, and two of them stood out for me. First, you said for us to do all this that we're looking forward to doing, three things are key: knowledge sharing, resource pooling, and collaborative problem solving. You went ahead and gave us some strategies. You were too quick, but I caught 5 of them. You talked about diversifying our investments, community engagement, inclusive hiring and workforce development, collaborative funding model, and policy reforms. These are very key to ensuring that we create the kind of thriving and resilient ecosystems that we are looking at.